the legacy of Anne and Henry. If you see somebody in need, you do something about it.
They took private acts of kindness and institutionalized them. And I think of that as one of the great achievements of their lives.
My dad, Henry, was born in Milwaukee in 1916 and moved to Tulsa that summer.
He was very big from a very early age. Big personality, big drive, big ambition. He was a bootstrapping young Jewish man in a community that was just getting to know immigrant populations like the Jews of Tulsa.
Mother was born in Bel Air, Ohio.
Raised fairly poor. They took in boarders.
She was a small-town girl from an intensely religious family. And in Bel Air, Ohio, there were probably very few people who understood what the Citrons brought with them from the old country.
Well, I had an uncle who was in the second-hand pipe business. I asked him if I could learn the business from him.
So he got into the used pipe business. And then he got into the new pipe business. He got his first mill account in the mid-50s. That really put him on the map for the oil field supply industry. He tried to make sure everybody knew that when they worked for him, they were going to be treated fairly. The mills knew it, his employees knew it, everybody around him knew it, and that's why he did so well, because he was so honest. I think Mother and Dad were charitable to a fault because of the way they grew up.
They knew how hard it was to be hungry, to not be able to get medical care, to be in the middle of winter and not have a coat.
So whenever you could make something out of yourself, you owed it to the people that didn't have anything, to give it back.
Both of our parents found it very important that we were generous with other people, which gets to philanthropy.
The early years of the foundation, it was very informal. The giving was to entities that he knew of personally.
When he passed away, we knew that whatever he had was going into the foundation. It went, this is round numbers, from about 100 million to 500 million. How do we prepare for this to reasonably handle having to give away 5% of that much money?
So it was really moving from a reactive philanthropy to really diving much deeper into some of those issues and figuring out, with the resources that we have in hand, how can we really make more systemic and long-lasting change?
We sat down and did a really intensive strategic session to make sure that we're hitting the most important priorities for Henry and Anne's vision.
Housing, homelessness, mental health, and hunger. Those really basic things that everybody needs to thrive. And we wanted to be transformative and sustainable.
I think the Zarrows have a keen understanding that the sustaining gift is as important as the founding gift or the experiment gift.
We are not the experts. There are experts out there that know a whole lot more than we do, and we want to enable them to do their work. The pride of Anne and Henry was in Tulsa.
How lucky am I to be able to carry on the enormous accomplishment of being selfless and helping so many people?
It's that legacy from Mother and Dad. You see a need and you try to fill it.